Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the news. Who's excited for news? This guy right here. That guy, not me. But before we get to the news, as always, as this is his first time doing it, the weather.
It dies.
Yeah, it's all good.
So what's the weather today?
Today the weather is 78, feels like 84. It says no rain, but it rained this morning on my way to work.
It was raining.
Yeah, it's so weird that it
was the high?
Hot, 91.
91.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 91. Holy crap.
All right, so I'm going home.
Feels like 84. Humidity is making it feel warmer.
That's crazy.
That's like so normal.
Yeah.
No way. Anyways, good morning, guys, and welcome to the news show. That's right. This is the news show. For those of you first time here, we dive into the news from our good friends at CE Outlook, and we report them to you in how the manner in which we see fit. Meaning we give our opinions, as most news shows do. If you would like to read more into the news or possibly check to see if there's stories that we didn't report on, by all means, please do. You can find links to the stories we're going to talk about in the show description, or you can just head over to ceoutlook.com. And the fact that she doesn't pay us for this is kind of funny.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah.
But thank you for doing your job to do our job. And if you're watching this, we should do a thing on Haley's trip to Mobile Solutions, because that was pretty cool. Okay. And for those of you who didn't catch Sunday's show with Haley, talking about her trip to Mobile Solutions, it was a great show. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. A lot of people DM me to say, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it was really cool. Thank you guys so much for letting Haley come on and talk and being supportive of it. It meant a lot to her to go and do that. Although she's my daughter and has been around this for a very long time, the only thing she's ever done is the Boring Life video where we filmed putting the radio in the car. Right. And that was torture. That literally, we spent all day doing that. It turned out to be a lot longer than I thought because I took her through the process. It was like, it was easy enough to where I could have just done stuff for her, and we could have cut a couple snippets of her like soldering the wire together. Yeah. But being the dad that I am, I made her physically do all the work. And it took a lot longer because, again, she'd never put a radio in a car before. And it was tough. I mean, you sat through some of the, I've never done this before, Dean, show me how. Yeah. And it's like, that took so long. So being able to spend the time she did out there, learn new tricks, meet some really great people in the industry.
For me, it was for her to be able to go and do the project with people that they are in the industry. They do that for a living, and she did that.
So the problem is now everybody wants her to come out to the events. Yeah. They're like, you're coming to Atlantic City, right? And I'm like, no, she's not. She's got a real job. She's got real things she needs to do. And they're like, oh man. So, and then Michelle, of course, is like, she's coming out to Master Tech. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll send you the bill. Sure. So yeah, we'll definitely bring her out to Master Tech.
That's awesome.
Because now a lot of people want to meet her. Because she is a cool kid. There's no doubt about it. She's not even a kid anymore. She's gonna be like 25. And
she's an adult.
Like a month, she'll be 25. Actually, less than a month. She'd tell me, Dad, it's less than a month. Yeah. She would not say it like that. But if you're interested, definitely check out the Sunday show we did. We talk about the project. We talk about the experience she had. If anyone has never been to Mobile Solutions for any reason whatsoever, it's open to anybody that can afford to go is really what it comes down to. And there's always somebody there that is in a different industry or just wanted to go and learn new things. He teaches at all levels, and you will walk away with the project. I don't think I've ever seen someone not finish the project. No. Now it might not be to the level in which you would hope for. Yeah. But the project is the most important thing, and people get it done.
And most people over there, when they talk about it, it's like, yes, I just want to remember those tricks. I used to do that. And
that's why you do the project, is because the project sets you up for finishing. Yeah. Which is really nice. It is kind of funny though. It's like, You know, and it's funny. Okay, so this was actually going to be the last story of the news show, and we will get back to the weather. But since we're going down this rabbit hole, I just want to drop this guy right here, which is a news story, totally by accident. I know what you guys are going to go, right. Next big tech at Mobile Solutions. One of the things that we had the fun time doing it at this particular show with Orca was Brian just got a bunch of new X-Tools lasers, and I knew he had them. I studied up before I went there to figure out the software, how it works. And then I of course, got to practice using it and figure out how it works because I'm thinking about buying myself one because I want to take the Glowforge home to play with at the house so that maybe I can build something for myself. That would be so crazy. And later today, I'll put up a picture of we taught a class out there that was called Snapshots to Great Shots. It's actually a 2-part class. Second part was Snapshots to Great Shots. It's a class we put together to teach people how to take pictures. And we challenged the class to take a picture of a car that we bring. In this case, Haley picked out the car. It was a Lamborghini. She put some really cool stickers on it. There has been pictures of it floating around. But the idea was to originally make a trophy so that we could, and since she won, like the class votes to see who wins. So we put up all the pictures and they pick and she won. Go figure. Very competitive, and she has me as a dad, so she's been berated enough to know like that's not a good picture. No. And so we made the trophy base for it finally, which was really cool. And last night she comes in during the hi-fi show and she's like, dude, you do love me. And I was like, seriously? So I'll put up some pictures of that later today so you guys can see that on Instagram. But anyways, you know, technology is a big part of our industry, and of course Mobile Solutions there to teach it. We talked about some new technology that we're using here, which is a product called Trace from Shaper. So we did a whole class on that, or a whole segment on that, I should say, where we took it for conception all the way through to it kind of wound its way through all the way through the A pillars and whatnot, because we talked about how we used Trace to capture the math that we needed. And then we engineered a new piece. And so we kind of talked about our process on how to use that. But these are things going forward that, of course, Mobile Solutions is going to dig deep into. It's an interesting story because this is one of those things that we often talk about. It's hard to believe that in this day and age, there's shops that do not have computers in the install bay. Holy cow.
But all of them, they have it. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Lee. So, I mean, you know, what do you expect? But with that being said, let's go through some of these comments right here. There was a bit unconventional beginning to the show. Good morning, San Diego, checking in at 58 with a high of 70.
Very nice.
9 hours will be 5 o'clock Friday. I know, right? Hello.
What's going on?
Checking in for Springfield, Massachusetts, 58. Isn't it nice to know that like we've been to Springfield, so we know, like, I can always picture downtown when we see Dave's comment, you know, because that's where we were. It was fun. You know, I remember you driving into Springfield going, wow. Like,
I was just looking for the Simpsons.
Yeah.
I was like, where are they?
Yeah, you're so bad. East Tennessee, here, cloudy, 63 with a high of 76 and rain on the way. I know. Pizza Dave. You know, it's like, I want to go to Vermont just so I can have some pizza from Pizza Dave.
There you go.
You know, it's like, add that to the bucket list of things. 58 degrees. Plus, I just want to go like in the middle of the winter when it's actually beautiful weather there. Not in the middle of winter, middle of summer. I mean, I don't know where winter came from. 58 degrees this morning with a high of 78. So it'll be over 90 in the kitchen.
There you go.
No, thank you. But yeah, it'll be 91. We'll probably keep the doors closed. 65. Sunny, high of 79. See, we're getting that summer weather, so that's pretty cool. Morning, Fang. Looks like we have rainy weekend ahead. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, yes, rain. Wet for the past 2 weeks. See, that's bad. It's like here, if it rains for that long, that means if we get a big storm, trees are falling. Yeah, that's sure. Usually like when you guys see trees down in the Florida news, like, oh, a hurricane came. It's because it rained for days and days and days, and the ground was soaking wet. And because our ground is basically made up of sand, when it does that, and then we get any kind of breeze, you can topple the biggest tree, and of course it falls on your house.
Yeah. And, well, on Tuesday we had,
Tuesday we had some rain.
We have a lot of rain.
It's It's a rainy day. It's a rainy day.
We have a
go.
Tornado.
How are we going to school? It's a rainy day.
Yeah, it's a tornado.
I need an umbrella.
A tornado warning.
Wait, you said it was a rainy day. Inside joke. Okay. I'll be mowing during the lunch.
Okay.
It's just because he's talking about cutting grass. Oh, it brings back such bad memories. Best thing my wife ever gave me was hiring a lawn service. Because having one day off, it was like, yeah. And plus with now with the traveling we're doing, it's like, yeah, I don't want to sweat. Good morning. What's up, Baba? How are you doing? Morning, Car Audio family. 47 with a high 62 in the Pacific Northwest. They have a big show happening, or just happened, I should say, in Pacific Northwest show.
Yes.
Yeah. Never been to that. It looks like it's utterly boring, but I still want to go. Nice and calm. 70 here in Sin City.
Very nice.
Good morning from Fairmont, California, inside the Tesla factory.
Fremont.
I don't know where Fairmont came from. Fremont. Wow, really? I want to go there. What are we going to do to make that happen? Morning. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Hola, amigos. 76 with a high 93. Christian has a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I'm just going to leave it there.
I learned to solder better because of the video.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I made her solder and do all that fun stuff. It's
the next time he comes, he can probably solder some things in here. We have plenty of solder. So
he should come and be on Friday's show. Yeah.
All right, Christian, come this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Come this Saturday.
5 o'clock.
So because I'm not gonna be here, I gotta leave early.
You can be my co-host.
And you can
Let me know if you want to do it, Christian. You come live, sit in the hot seat of Fernando's.
There you go. He say thumbs up.
Text me later. Let me know if you want to come. If not, I got to make arrangements.
No, text now. Yeah,
text me right now.
Say,
and let me know if you can come, because you got to be here by 5, because the show starts at 5 on Saturday. If you want to come, it's an open invitation to you, buddy. Haley is her own superstar. She is the best at promote. Okay, so the funny thing is she promotes herself very well in a crowd.
Yeah.
Which is funny because she's like me. She's people. But she's learning by watching that it's not as bad as it is.
I saw her, because I saw her doing the project, and she was kind of frustrated sometimes doing things, and I was like, should I walk and say hey? And I say no, because I know that she's gonna be like, why everybody keep asking me if I'm okay?
Yeah, but the nice thing is she'll say that to you.
Yeah.
And she actually complimented you for not doing that.
Yeah.
And me being the dad, I went into full dad mode.
Yeah.
Knowing damn well I shouldn't have. There was a moment during the training where so what was it, Monday? Mm-hmm. Monday she had school.
Yeah.
So she missed 3 hours of the class, and it was a very important 3 hours of the class that she missed. She tells the story of vinyling, and how Anthony came over and showed her how to vinyl. And
because
Brian
she missed
came over and
that
showed,
vinyl stuff.
So then Brian came over to show it, and then Sage came over and showed it. So they did 3 corners of her project.
Love it.
And of course, then she kids about how her buddy was like, you want me to show you? And she's like, no, I got this.
Just playing around. That's awesome.
So she got to learn how to vinyl corners from 3 of the best guys in the industry.
I told
her.
So she showed me, and I'm like, dude, that looks badass. I'm like, I don't know how to vinyl, to be honest with you. I never done that before. And she's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So she had 3 superstars teach her how to do corners.
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
And it's like, and I'm sitting there, and she's telling me the story, and in my head, I'm going, do you know how many people in this industry would pay money to have like Anthony, Brian, and then Sage show you their techniques for doing corners?
For sure.
And you got it just because you're you.
Yeah.
But anyways, Monday there was some stuff going on with school, and she was just like,
not having it.
Had one of those, had a slight meltdown. I had to take her in the room, pat her on the shoulder, tell her it's all going to be all right. And of course, the dads, because we're all dads, we're like, dude, because they're connected to her, and like, she okay? Do I need to talk to her? Yeah. And I got a million things going on, and instead of knowing my daughter and knowing that, no, she doesn't need anything. She just needs to work through it on her own, because I made her a very strong, independent woman that can deal with her own shit. I go, go talk to her, see how she's doing, like a dumbass.
Bad idea, bro.
Bad idea on my part. And she's just looking at me like, you idiot. And I was like, sorry, I'm gonna go back to work. But anyways,
that was good. Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen from North Carolina.
What's
up, Sean? Gotta get him to build that morale box. I gotta take the time to draw it out so we can see this woofer and box perform.
Yes.
In Haley's car. Lambo, yeah, she's a Lambo girl. Like, you know what I should do is take a picture of her shelf. So the other day I was and we do have news. The other day, I hit the wall and a car fell off of her shelf because she got a Matchbox collection. So I went over and picked it up to go put it on the shelf, and I noticed she has all her Lambos color coordinated now.
Nice.
And I was like, that's pretty cool. So geeky. All right, listen. Thank you guys so much all for commenting. We're gonna get on with the news here. I'm gonna hide the current comments. So let's get to it. First things first. This is always a funny one because obviously we don't work on motorcycles, but we follow it because we have a lot of our vendors that do. We sell a ton of it through the door because luckily for us, there are plenty of shops in the area that do motorcycles, so we supply a lot of them with their equipment. But Precision Power, it's one of these companies that, well, they don't talk to us at the shows because I think they're personality challenged. But as far as the company goes, they're always on point coming out with stuff that is relevant to the industry. So somebody there is a good product planner, and I find it funny that I don't find it funny. I think, why would it not be them that comes out with the Indian saddlebags? Because everyone is doing Harley because obviously Harley is the biggest company there is. Of course. But there again, it's not like it's the only motorcycle on the planet. No. Precision Power being the first in a lot of fields like Jeep and stuff like that, they're, of course, right on point, coming out with finally some Indian products, saddlebag tops, because they realized, look, the Harley market is way too saturated now. I mean, there's 100 saddlebag covers. So they decided to be like, you know what, we're going to take a chance. We're going to go and make them for something else, a much smaller market. But hey, if they're the only one in the market for at least a year, well, that's great. So saddlebag covers for Indians, plus a bunch of new parts coming along as well. So if you're one of the 5 people that bought an Indian motorcycle and you don't want to buy because actually I guess you can buy covers from Indian that have, because they had to do them themselves because nobody else was doing it for them.
Yeah, because that was the Indians.
Yeah, cowboys. Anyways, check them out, Precision Power. And then also new product news. I kind of love this story. DD Audio revamps lineup. So this is a manufacturer, so DD Audio is the other Oklahoma-based car stereo company, and they've to say they've been struggling over the last couple of years. I think everyone has, but finally they've decided, you know what? Let's just step back, see where we're failing, so to speak, or where we're not doing so well.
We're not doing so
well,
and
then boom, let's just. Because this is hard to do as a manufacturer because you've gone down the road, you spent a lot of money, only to realize you've gone down the wrong path. Sure. I wish some other manufacturers would do that with some of their product lines and just be like, listen, enough is enough. Let's stop bleeding. Let's stop coming out with subpar stuff. Or let's, hey, you know what? We've gone far enough with this. Let's just go back two steps back. To go 1 step forward, or 3 steps back to go 1 step forward.
Now you're talking nonsense, bro.
We are talking nonsense. Apparently, in some of the product lines, DD Audio has decided to do that, subwoofer lines, stuff like that, as well as stepping into new categories such as golf carts and things like that, coming out with lower or multi-voltage amplifiers. Meaning amplifiers can do 15 to 24 volts. More waterproof motorsport, and there again, none of the motorsport stuff is revolutionary in the fact that we've had that from every manufacturer. However, realizing now, as there again, at this point, if you're deciding to revamp something and you look at your motorsport line, there's so many more products. Like golf carts are becoming extremely important. So if you're going to revamp your motorsport line, it only makes sense to include golf carts where 24 volts is a thing. So, not just making something waterproof, but making something actually accept the voltage of what it's going to be going in, I think is a more important revenue or revenue stream. So congratulations to DD Audio for deciding to, spice things up, start over, and revamp some of their products. If you're interested in this, there are a ton of new products from them. So I would just head over to DD Audio's webpage and check it out, or go to see Al, click on the link to go see some of the new products that they have available to them. And of course, wouldn't be the same if, oh, wait, wrong story. Oh no, the other one I didn't talk about. So dash cams.
Yes.
How do you feel about dash cams?
I think dash cams is a necessity.
Necessity?
A necessity. Yes. I think this becomes one of the features that cars should have, regardless. It's so many accidents. That's what happened, 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
That was bad. So I think a dash cam that records forward.
Now this is one of those times in the show where we'd
be.
like your guys' thought on this. How do you guys feel about dash cams? Type your comments over in there. Let us know.
What do you think?
Do you have a dash cam? Is it something you're thinking about, or nothing? So
to be honest, I think that's what I want to put in the car.
Dash cam.
A dash cam for sure.
Well, I mean, we got dash cams. We got like
I know
boxes of dash cams that we could probably put.
No, but I want to see if you.
If Vox.
If Vox
has dash cams. Do they have dash cams?
That's what I'm gonna check.
I don't know. That's a good question.
But they have the mirrors that record, but I don't know if it's like just forward and back or just forward. So I'm gonna go and check them out. But I think the dash cam, it's
it's funny too because like Kenwood this year is really they came out with a lot of cameras and updated some of their dash cams, but they didn't update the dash cam for the radio. It's like we still got the same old one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, there again, if there's nothing wrong with it, firm believer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, so cameras are coming out. I believe in dash cams. Amen, brother. I believe in them.
They exist.
Kelly, good morning. How are you?
Hey, what's
First time catching the show live. Well, thanks for making it. And of course, 81 cloudy in St. Pete. Yep, we're here, bro. We feel you. Yeah, it was funny too because there again, let us know what you think about dash cams because this is a time where you get to type in hate them, love them.
Yeah.
So I pull up to the stoplight at Main and 19, and I have my top down.
Yeah.
And I look at and I'm just sitting there, and normally if it looks like this, I'll put the top up. But this morning I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna put the top up. And I sat there and I look at my windshield, and one drop of water hit the windshield. I go, okay, top up, close the windows.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, I get on to 19.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, good call. Out there, help protect yourself. I keep hitting send by accident. It's okay. So definitely believing in the dash cams. I love dash cams. My new ones will record inside, outside your vehicle, and also work while a car is parked by motion. Our Model Y has it covered already. And there's another thing. A lot of car manufacturers now are offering factory dash cams, which are not really factory dash cams. They're just third-party dash cams that say like the manufacturer's name on them and are getting plugged into a harness that pre-exists in the car in order to But a lot of people feel comfortable about that, like Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Toyota, all offer factory dash cams.
So like the Model
now.
Y, that has cameras outside, inside, and everything. I think it's really cool that it's able to record around the car. Inside and outside, it's
well,
awesome.
and I think it's funny that like, it's one of those things where, there again, this is something that radio manufacturers could be implementing into their radios that would allow them to be more relevant. Because if Kenwood, Alpine, Sony, anyone of the big four decided that they were going to put DVRs in there, because there's already backup cameras, okay, and they sell like. Kenwood and Alpine sell these high-res, beautiful cameras. They're not the most convenient thing to put on cars because they're ugly and they're shaped wrong.
Sure.
But, there again, you have one in the front, you have one in the back. Why not put a DVR on the radio? It's already connected to that. How hard could that be? And it's a selling feature. You're going to sell more cameras because people are going to want your high-res camera. They just haven't put two and two together yet, and it just kind of blows my mind that it's like, add value to your product. This is a great way to do it. Dash cam is becoming so important. Oh, got that one. Hold on. I'd like to have one easily used 2 or 3. Yep. Yeah. I mean, and they're
installing it.
So there are
pain.
Well, okay. So there are better ways to install it. So like,
really?
Well, okay. So for example,
tell me.
Like the video we did on installing a dash cam. Okay. That was 2 years ago. It's still relevant today. We totally faked it. But you can buy the OBD2 connector from anywhere really.
Yeah.
That has power and ground. Most of these new dash cams want constant 12 volts.
Yep.
Kenwood has the
specifically
voltage.
That one, the momentum. Yep.
Which we've never published that video. It's so sad.
Wish it.
I know. Kenwood gives you a voltage sensor that you can buy extra, so their hardwire kit comes with a voltage sensor. So it monitors the voltage at the time. And then when you put it into parking lot mode, it knows to just record and then or wait for a bump and whatnot, and it automatically turns on and off as needed, which is great. So it won't kill your battery. So the technology is definitely at the point now to where if you buy the better ones, you know, you're great. So what do we got here? On dash cams are one of my favorites to install with cloud feature. It makes retrieving video easy. Yeah, it's so there again, a lot of these are getting better as far as like apps and clouds and whatnot. I have the 7707 and want the HD backup cam, but every 3 years I will have, it will not go down in price, and that's just it. And it's a great looking camera. It's just not a convenient install. It's big, and it's like I personally don't like it. Installing it, that is, just because it sucks.
It takes so much time to,
and it's just not built to be a car camera, which is. And funny.
I don't understand why, because this is meant to be for a car.
Yeah, but I understand why it's not, because the people that are making it are not installing it. They don't understand where it's going. And the other thing too is they don't understand the American market. Yeah,
but like if I give you a paper and say, hey, listen, I want you to design a camera for a car.
Yeah, but look at all the Japanese cars. Okay, all the Japanese cars that have factory cameras, they're all back-mounted, beautiful cameras. Yeah. So to put that camera, like take out a factory cube and put this thing in, you can do easily. Okay, easily is not the word I'm looking for, but you can do. Whereas here in the United States, a lot of these American cars don't come with cameras, didn't come with cameras. Okay, so now they're like, we have a plate cam option. And it's like, no, you have a way to put a softy sticking off of the license plate because it's got this giant cable that comes out the back that doesn't bend. So there's a lot of like to it. I wish PAC would figure out how to make their high-res camera work on the Kenwoods, as opposed to just on the high 10s. To me, that's like on their part, like kind of dumb.
Any radio, man. Like, I know. Having a high-res camera, and then you buy a module that it's able to do.
It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of. There you go. Sean installs police dash cams every day. Yeah, I know. I'm afraid somebody would steal it just because it says Kenwood on it. And there again, it really doesn't. See it. Yeah, it's
because the Kenwood
tucks up to the mirror.
The Kenwood is in the top, so when you mount it, you can see it.
I totally get what you're saying though, because there are crackheads out there that are just joyriders or kids that just want to break stuff. They're going to see a dash cam and think, oh, it's an easy $20, knowing that they're going to break a $300 window to get. No,
if you just put it like,
it's funny though it's funny, but that's the thought process that a lot of people have. That it's like, I don't want to get a dash cam. Same reason you don't get a radar detector is because someone's going to break in and steal it.
Or the same reason that you don't want headrest, 10-inch headrest in the back, because everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm going to take them. Yeah.
So anyways.
See that, like Kelly, he's a truck driver, right? I think for them, having a dash cam, it's a must to go. It's like have to have a dash cam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, so anyways, the point of this is good news. Dash cams are on the rise. More and more people are starting to get them. There's certain dealers that have decided to really promote them and do stuff like that. There again, anytime you get into a new category, you really need to go deep into it and figure out what it is, how to install it properly, how to do the best job possible. We have parts to install the dash cams. I like just using, if I can, I like using just the PAC piece that just plugs into the OBD2 and keeping it simple. Sometimes you can't do that because of the insurance things, but there's all kinds of ways to do it fairly easy enough. But if you're DIY guy, if you're going to go buy a dash cam, buy the hardwire kit. Most hardwire kits are pretty awesome. We do have a video on how to install them. But the hardwire kit is the best. If you have two cars, just buy two kits and you can easily swap the camera back and forth. Sure. One nice thing, like we installed that Kenwood the other day, standalone piece, and it comes with all the parts in the bag that make it super easy. Like if you were going to go on vacation, you can pop it off, put it in the vacation car, suction cup it on. The JVC dash cam
that you took to Tennessee. That was awesome.
We've taken it on trips before. We've taken it to Hawaii. We've taken it to Tennessee. Easy, just suction cups on the window, plugs into the cigarette lighter, and you're good to go. Yeah. So
I know. I think it's great.
But the one thing I will say is these things are baking in the sun. So buy the better dash cam. Don't get that $39 Amazon special. You get what you pay for. And it's in the lenses is where the dash cams suffer the most. Because if you get a cheap dash cam, that plastic lens is going to melt in the sun. And then it'll just be a wasted amount of money. You want to make sure you get something with a nice glass lens on it so that it can last forever.
And that works for both ways. That is true. Hey, I can definitely tell if you're driving safely or not.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I mean, in there again, that is an American thought process right there. I don't want evidence of my guilt.
Yeah, correct.
The kids haven't figured this out yet because they record everything, and that's how they all get caught.
It's different
Bro,
generation.
you gotta post. Look at me, I'm stealing this thing. Ha ha! You're going to jail, dumbass.
Dumb.
I love how everyone wants.
Kids.
Like old guys like me, we want proof of nothing. I won't even text like this guy sucks. No, hey, this guy sucks.
So I follow this account on Instagram that I'm not gonna say because it's just dumb.
Yeah.
But they do donuts in parking lots, and kids stay there so they can hit them in with the car. That's so dumb.
I'm just gonna put this up there for anyone curious why Fernando's wearing a cast.
So
this
is what happened.
Yeah, Fang took care of it.
Oh, what happened?
No, he told everyone what it is. Yeah.
So actually what happened is like me and Dean, sometimes we argue, and then this time we decide to like, okay, bro, let's get there. So yeah, he broke my arm. So that's what happened.
No one believes that. No one's going to believe that. Anyways, that's what we got for the show, guys. Thank you so much for playing along with us this week. Wasn't a ton of news, but hey, we had a great time doing it. We will be back Monday. We'll be back Saturday. We'll be on the show
tomorrow, man.
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. I know. I was getting ahead of myself. I got to look at the text. Anyways, we're going to have somebody will be here Saturday to fill in for Fernando. It may be Christian. I don't know. I haven't read the text message yet.
What did he say?
He says, I'll be there tomorrow before 5 o'clock. So Christian will be filling in.
Christian will be
here.
So
for those of you that never met Christian or you want to know more about Christian, we'll have him on the show tomorrow. We'll talk to him. He is Mr. I bought so much car stereo equipment. It makes me look like I don't buy enough car stereo equipment.
This is what you need to do. You have to send him a message again and say, bring some pictures so you can put it like how many stuff he has in one
just
car.
Go to his Facebook page. He takes pictures of everything.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
We're all good there. Christian will be filling in for Fernando tomorrow. It ought to be fun, if nothing else. So that's what we got for you. Thank you so much for watching the news. Make sure to follow us on Instagram where you can get daily updates on what's going on in the install bay, as well as if we don't get a chance to answer your questions during not this show because this is just news. The other shows you can ask there, and it's usually pretty nice. We can get to a ton of questions when we do that. That is also where the Monday recap show comes from. For those of you that always complain that it's in the weird aspect ratio, get over yourselves. You guys have a great Friday.
That's
Stay dry if you're in one of the wet areas. Stay cool if you're in one of the hot areas. And other than that, fade to black.